All right, guys, we are about 3 hours north of home base this morning. We don't get out this far very often anymore, but we still do, and we're going to dig us a basement. This is not your average basement. This one's a little bit more complicated, a little bit more challenging, which should make a good video. So let me kind of show you what we got going on over here. Have you got it all figured out?
I'm working on it.
All right, so before we dig a hole, we gotta find our elevation.
Yes, I drew that out. I'm no Picasso, sir.
I won't argue that fact. So everything is being based off this driveway elevation up here, which is 2'4", is basically from our benchmark on our laser. The reason for that is that driveway elevation is actually up there in front of the semi. And we want to make sure when we get this house set in here, they have plenty of options to make sure they got good drainage here. We don't want to get this house down too low where they end up having drainage issues and no way to shove the water left or right or even draining back towards the driveway. The driveway always ends up being a drainage trench down to the house, so if you can get a little bit of grade before you get to the house, it's good. So we're basically going to make sure, our goal is to have the floor of this house 3 foot above the driveway, which after we did our math and everything, basically it means the hole's going to be 8 foot deeper than the driveway up there, which is
how much lower the house is than the driveway. Yep.
Hopefully Mr. Millennial's drawing makes sense. So basically,
NY Millennial's drawing makes great sense.
So basically that gives us an elevation. Now once we get an elevation, we need a shape, and this thing is a far cry. You guys make sense of that?
Oh, it's not a square.
Far cry
or a rectangle.
Square basement. So what we did on this one, instead of scratching our heads and find out what's going on, we actually hired a surveyor to come in. He actually staked the house off for us. So basically he's got control points set over here in the woods, and he staked the house for us to dig. He'll come back and stake the footers for them to pour, and then after the footers are poured, he'll actually come back and stake it one more time. We could do this with tape measures and chains, but down in the hole, in this many offsets, it's nice to have a total station and kind of eliminate some mistakes. So
you take the print, I'll take the paint.
well, let's kind of figure out where we're at here first. You got the print the wrong way again.
Well, I just handed it to
well,
you. Again, this is the first time I've handed you that
no,
print.
this is the second time you handed me the print. We had to do take 2 because somebody wanted to argue with me. And who was right?
Well, this is a different print, so we can't prove that.
It's the exact same print.
It is
just
not.
got different numbers on it. Just tell who was right. Just, you know I was right. No, you weren't.
I was right.
You were arguing
and
that
you know what
because
the best
I can't
part?
show you the other paper.
And you know what? And you can't argue the fact either, so I was right.
You know what? I can blur some stuff out.
Hey, you can't prove it
I
now.
can.
Nope.
I can. I do.
Nope.
All right, anyways, it don't matter. So, this, where are we at right here? This corner.
We're
right
almost
here,
in the porch.
This corner right here. See that corner right there?
Yeah.
That is that stake right there. That corner right there, that stake offset over, down, back, forth, down, yeah, okay. Let's see if we can paint this thing out.
If we put orange on the ground, they might be able to see it a little bit more clearly.
All right, so you need to go from this stake to that stake, and then you need to jump in. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Don't know what. This is the first time we painted this morning.
Hey, good thing I'm not drinking this morning.
Well, we haven't seen the line yet.
It'll look like I'm drinking.
All right, now you need to come back to this stake. Now you need to go to that stake.
You know, a good boss would buy one of those sticky things that make you where you don't have to bend over and you just pull a trigger.
Yeah, I thought about it. Now you're going all the way down. This may be the longest run of the house right here. You got a string line on this one.
Yeah, okay.
Looking good. I've had 2 or 3 of those things. They always disappear. Hey, at least the ground's frozen and it's not muddy.
Yes. The sun did come out, you know.
All right, now take a left. We're gonna go to this stake. Yeah, you're going to that
That's
stake.
pretty impressive bending over.
That's not too shabby.
Going to this one?
I'll give you credit if you weren't lying about you being wrong with the plan. I'm just saying.
I'm not wrong.
You were wrong.
I'm not wrong.
You were wrong.
Nope.
He was trying to dig his thing backwards a while ago.
Nope.
All right, now you're gonna go, this one's gonna be the tough one. Actually, this one don't really matter because let me show you down here. We actually come in here and painted what we call a daylight line. So this is where the basement's going to daylight out. It'll actually daylight out from that stake to that stake, so you can just kind of skip that whole area there, Matt. And we'll pick it back up over here.
That doesn't go straight down to you?
I don't think you even need to, because we're going to daylight out right here. So I think you can start at this stake and head that way.
Okay.
Which is hard for me to do that corner right there. Only going to be a tricky one there. Got a few obstacles in the way. All right, and then
Hey, there might be a little jag in that one.
this one here is going to come up to here. The house actually continues on up to there. That's the garage right there. You see the garage, but the basement stops right here. All right, when we're coming across to here, did you keep track of how many corners that was?
Nope.
More than 2, I'll promise you that. All right, now you're up to the excavator bucket. It's connect the dots. This is what all them coloring books as a kid did for you, you know? I just forgot to number the stakes. Stake 1, stake 2.
I'm tired of bending over.
All right, you're almost there. All right, here's your last connection.
I mean, you just look at that.
That's not too shabby. I'll give you credit on that one. Good thing I'm here to read the plan for you, though.
Whatever.
All right, so now I've basically got it stretched out. What I'd like to do, Matt, is let's go around on these stakes. I'd like to extend that line back, so that way whenever we dig that stake out, we got something to reference it off of. See what I'm saying? That's good. And we'll do the same thing coming this way.
So I'm just giving you an imaginary.
Yeah. That's good right there. Let's go around. So we're going to go around and do that. We're kind of going to basically overpaint. So if you guys imagine, I'll show you here a little bit. Whenever I dig down through here, I'll still have a line out there that references my dig. Because what we are laying out right now is not the over dig. What we are laying out is the actual house. So we have to incorporate our over dig into that. Well, all right, here we go, guys. First scoop of mini coming out of here. We're going to start on this line. This basement is so chopped up. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to kind of dig it in sections. So we're going to get this section here kind of roughed out, however you want to say it. Then we'll kind of switch around and do the next section and so on and so forth. So, oh, hang on. Homeowner's actually got a little B4H over there. He's cleared most of this ground. He's done a pretty good job, but right here where the house is at, they got to lay it off where we got it completely done. So there's a little bit of trash in the ground here, but we'll get her sorted out. It's got a little bit of a nip in the air out there. I got the old door shut on the Volvo. I feel a little sorry for Matt out there on the D4G, but he dressed appropriately. He'll survive. So basically what we'll do, I'll kind of show you as we go. We will dig this perimeter first. That way we don't lose any of our points. And once we get the perimeter dug, we'll come back and kind of hog out the center. Very similar situation to what we've done in the past. We just got a lot more to deal with on this one. Nice digging dirt though. All right, so we're going to divide this thing off in sections. We got the line dug down through here. So basically we're gonna dig our way out the end. I'm gonna set up just enough here I can reach out here and dump that over there for Matt. You lost? This isn't a racetrack.
I'm lost. Which way's I guess maybe Bloomington Speedway? Is that where that's at?
I think it's that way.
What's this thing for?
You'll be fine. Hey, if Matt can do it, anybody can do it.
As long as I'm not on that, I think we're good.
So we're up here in Jeff's neck of the woods. We actually got to put the septic in on this one. And he come down here just kind of check a few things out and hang out here a little bit. We're only about 25-30 minutes from his home base, so use what help we got while we got it. So we're gonna basically hog out this section here, and we'll move our way on back. So for the last 20 minutes, all I heard of Mr. Race Car Driver is how easy your job is, and
it's great down here in the hole.
well, it's great because you have an operator that makes minimal work for the grade guy.
I get to be hindsight, so I mean, whatever you screw up, I get to tell you. And it's the longest I've actually ever stood behind a grade stick. I think I might start doing this more often.
So you know what I'm gonna do?
Make me go up there.
I'm gonna switch you.
And you're probably gonna, next thing you know, you're probably gonna tell me that what controls do you even have?
Well, this is gonna be interesting, because I'm pretty sure they're backwards for you.
Right ones, that's what they are.
These are normal people controls.
No, look.
You're gonna start a whole argument in the comment section now.
Look, normal people don't run an excavator with the same controls that you used to run on your backhoe. I'll probably kill somebody, honestly. Does it have a pattern changer?
No.
Well, then there's no point in putting me up there.
I don't know if it does or not.
So
which one do you do? Is it boom on the right?
Let's see. Yeah, boom would be, I think boom's right, stick left.
Yeah, you're good.
I thought is that the way it is?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
hey,
man, I thought we were gonna have a really good video.
I have a friend of mine that likes to come on my job sites, and he knows the passcode to start my machine.
He changes them.
He'll change my controls, and so I got him back really good one day, because I called him back and I said, "Hey man," and he watches your channel, so he'll know who he is. I said, "Hey man, that was real slick what you did. We're waiting for the ambulance to get here because we fired this thing up and went to work, and I just smoked the guy with a stick." And we think he's gonna be all right, and it was real quiet for a minute. We held it together for a good 20 seconds.
So I want everybody that's watching this video to know, and you, this right here, as much as you think he's enjoying it, it's going to kill him to watch you struggle to dig this hole.
This is probably true, but I'm gonna keep my mouth shut if that's possible.
Yeah, that is not possible for you to keep your mouth shut. Then we're gonna take it a step further, and we're gonna put you on the dozer. And
now that'll be a good video.
Well, that'll be a video of
good news.
Nothing happened.
Good news, there's no chance of backwards controls on that.
That's right.
To be fair here, I have run a dozer for a grand total of probably 20 minutes.
Oh, well, hell, we can double that today.
And it took 20 minutes for me to go.
I bet you within 5 minutes I can tell you everything you're doing wrong. we don't need the full 20.
Yeah, you won't need long. You won't need long, because my first question is going to be, where's the parking brake? Okay,
the blade's the parking brake. You don't need to worry about that.
Hey, this is going to be an inside joke, but the brakes work.
The brakes work.
Well, good news, we do have the right controls for Jeff. Now, he's got quite a bit of time on a small excavator. Not quite as much time on a big excavator. Not that a 140 is really a big excavator, but it's bigger than a mini. Give him plenty of time to figure out what he's doing until we work his way down the grade. Once he gets down the grade, then we'll see what he's got. So it may look like an absolutely beautiful day out here, but it is cold. And I am dressed to be in the cab and not down here. So that's the necessity of invention, right? We need to invent a heated grade drive.
saying Helen Keller can see grade better than me?
No, I was saying that we need a heated grade rod.
Hey, don't say that on the video. Somebody else will steal your idea.
Well, that's all right as long as they send me one. He's not doing too bad. Got a little bit of a hump here. We'll keep him around for a while.
Well, we put Mike back on the machine. He's a little more familiar with the 140. Got into the hard stuff right here. Not sure if you guys can see this, but we are in the state of Indiana where we have a law that says you're not supposed to have a phone in your hand while you're operating a car or truck on the road. And here we got Matt over here on the dozer, phone in hand, driving away. Thankfully, we don't have any officers in the area, because pretty sure he'd get a ticket for that. Oh, he's back to work with both hands. Look at him.
All right, guys, we're getting along pretty good. You can kind of see the notch out there, kind of fished our way around that way. We got the bottom of it pretty close to the excavator, probably within an inch. We'll come back to fine tune the dozer later. But I'm going to leave this stake here as long as I possibly can. You can see the line going that way. That's our overdig. We're going to leave that stake over there as long as we possibly can, because a lot of this dirt in here needs to come up through here. So if we lose this line, we'll have two stake references to go back and forth. So basically what we're going to do, we're going to track back down in here. We're going to go all the way down to our daylight line, and we're going to dig this center out going back that way. So let's do it. All right, still clicking along pretty good, guys. We have kind of moved down to the bottom side. Over there is what we were just digging at. We dug up through there, so now we're going to dig out the walkout area here. Once we kind of get this corner turn going back up the hill, we're probably going to switch locations when we're going with the dirt. This is some decent topsoil down here. We got kind of a place to tuck it away in a corner down here. So we're going to do that for now. Keep it going. Don't push it down quite that far, just kind of level that off. Jeff had to leave us, but we're still a-rolling. I don't know if you guys can see down there, but I've been eyeballing that spot. He's got a heck of a spot for a pond down there. I think we should build him a pond right there.
I think we should build him a lake right there.
Either one. Well, since Jeff had to leave us, we're going to put this little girl back on there. See if we can get by with it for a little bit. Got it! I have to apologize, guys. I didn't video a whole lot the last hour or so. Just kind of got the rhythm digging, and we knocked out a pretty big chunk of it here. But as you guys can see, it is getting dark. We got the lights on, but we're getting pretty close. So basically, this stake right here goes straight across to that stake right there, and then down to where he's at. So we just got basically this area right here. I think Matt and I are probably going to work maybe another hour here tonight before it gets too dark, and then we'll be back in the morning to finish it. So it's hard to record in the dark around here, so I'm going to put you guys down. I'll see you in the morning. Tell them good night. You'll see them in the morning.
Good night. See you in the morning.
All right, guys, we are up and running again this morning. Kind of hit our stride here a little bit. Got the laser set up. Got the machinery situated here. And yes, I am being a big sissy and running with the doors closed. I froze my butt off yesterday and I thought it was warmer today, and I'm not for sure that is true. It's not that the temperature is that cold. There's like a 14-mile-an-hour just frigid breeze. I'm sure you guys in Alaska and Canada and anywhere else it's cold are making fun of me right now for being a big sissy, but I got heat and I'm gonna take advantage of it for a change. But basically we got, like I showed you guys before, we got this corner, this little knoll I'm sitting on, and over there, I think I'm gonna sit you guys down below and let you time lapse a little bit of it, kind of see us take it out of there.
I don't know what you did different here, DP. This is way off.
I'm not done yet.
Like catastrophic failure. Oh, let me get where I'm supposed to check it.
That's like quarter inch.
Hold on. It's like 3/8. What are you doing, man? Huh? You're making harder work for me later.
I can see what I'm doing this morning. That kind of helps.
Yeah, I will say, you did need to clean the corner up from the dark work last night. It was the 3/4 off.
Yeah.
Which you know.
On the lake job, Jerry said we did our best work in the dark. I'm not for sure it translated over to this one.
When you're cutting grade for a basement, it's a little different, huh?
Yeah. The tolerance on a pond dam versus a basement floor is a couple inches.
Yesterday, Jeff would only give you 4/10. That's all he would give you.
Yeah, we'll go to his job site and I bet you it'll be 20/10. I know how those race car drivers operate.
That's right.
We are getting close, guys. This is the last few scoops of dirt with the excavator, then we'll switch over to the dozer and run grade on the bottom. Looks pretty good down there. Just got to get her cleaned up. So we finished bailing out this corner, and I guess we'll throw a couple more layers of clothes on and hop on the old dozer. Did you get it warmed up for me?
Yeah.
Heat turned on, heated seat going, whole 9 yards. All right, let's go down and see what we can do. Well, that was anti-dramatic. All right, so here's the plan. We basically took the excavator, we roughed this out, I'd say within an inch. Now we're gonna take the dozer and just kind of smoosh it out. This seems to be a lot faster and a lot more precise than putting a smooth face bucket on, coming back with the excavator. We got the machine here. So let's do it. You ready?
Nope.
Why not?
Number one, you stated the dozer starting was anti-dramatic. It was greatly dramatic for me. Here's why. When you quit operating that dozer, you don't leave the parking brake on, and I got to figure out what button to push every time.
I do leave the parking brake on. I put that down.
No, to get it started. So now when I know you're getting on it, I turn that sucker back off, so you have to figure out what button to push to get it started. Number two, you have a perfect road over there, and you're going to drive right by my laser and make it shut off because you vibrated it too much. What is your problem?
Well, the dozer was parked going this way.
I don't care.
And the road was that way.
It can turn circles. Oh, yes, it can.
I didn't want to tear up his yard. He's got his grass planted.
Yeah, he does. Well, what am I going to do?
All right, let's do this.
All right, right, everybody, time for the fine-tune adjustment. Let's check right here behind Mike and see where he's got us. As soon as it gets out of the way, that is. Looks like he is a 1/2 inch high. Right here in this spot, he is 1 inch high. Let's check him out to his far corner. That right there is the 1/8 inch low. That is 1/4 inch low. 1/4 inch low. You got a hump right in front of you. It's about 3/4 high, and then you run out to 1/4 to 3/8 low. Leaping like crazy. Check him again. Coming back. Quarter inch high. 1/8 inch high. Dead on. Dead on. I can't tell. Oh. I gotta make sure he's a little off, you see. Looks like he's 1/2 inch low. That's pretty good. And he shoves all of his extra fluff out the walkout. So what we like to do is, if we're anything in this area, we like to be just a shade high, and then he can clip it off. You can see how it really smooths it up, gives the foundation crew a really nice flat surface to work off of. Could do with the excavator, we had a little bit of a hump in here, so we kind of pushed it down that corner. Matt's going to take the machine, kind of bail it up out of there. Makes more sense to me keeping the back dragging it out. A lot of people want to know why we don't use the skid steer for this. One, we're a long ways from home, but it's an extra piece of equipment we have to haul here. This particular scenario right here, it'd be handy to bail that dirt out of there, but honestly, cutting grade out here, I just seem to do it with the dozer. So, yeah, that's why skid steer's not here. All right, get around.
Check that out, guys. That turned out absolutely awesome. I would say with confidence this whole bottom's within a ½ inch. It looks really good. I don't know if you guys can kind of follow the perimeter that jig jogs around there. Every offset, every corner looks good. I guess the true test is when the surveyor shows back up to make sure the basement fits in the hole, but I have very little doubts that's going to happen. So everything down here is pretty much done and smoothed off. I'm actually going to jump up above. We're going to get these stockpiles kind of weather tight, get a little bit of drainage put in up there, and then we're going to call it. So let me hop up there, get that all done. We'll kind of give you a job site tour before we head out, and we'll call it. There it is, guys, all done, all complete. I'll have to say it turned out absolutely awesome, if you ask me. Let me kind of show you what we did up here on the upper side. We got a bunch of dirt stored right here because we're going to be back putting the septic in at some point. It's a pretty shallow septic, so we need some dirt to cover that. So we kind of left some here. I got a little bit of a berm in here, kind of directing that water out and around there, kind of keeping it from flooding the hole here. I didn't want to do a whole lot right up against the hole. It's actually going to get about 1.5 feet, 2 foot of fill on here. We got a porch here and a garage there. And until they get those footers and foundations in, I want to make sure they know where original grade is and they're in good virgin soil, because we're not really doing any compaction here. So that all should be good for them. Got one pile of dirt there kind of tracked in, so it should store good. This dirt here is a little bit better dirt. It's got some topsoil and subsoil. That's mostly just fill. So after they get that dirt pushed in front of the house, they should be able to take this dirt, top it all off, and hopefully it'll grow a little bit of grass. So, but other than that, that's pretty much a wrap on this one, guys. Matt's already got the 140 loaded up. We're getting ready to head south. Surveyor will be in here tomorrow, restake all the corners, and concrete crew will start after that. So hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, give her a big old thumbs up. Make sure you don't want to miss out what's coming next. Consider subscribing. Either way, guys, hopefully we'll catch you on the next one.